Today we are talking about Revit. What is Revit? Revit BIM software is widely used by architects, engineers, and contractors to create a unified model that all disciplines and trades can use to complete their work. Autodesk Revit was created to support BIM and not to replace BIM. Revit hosts the information that forms the model from which drawings and documents are derived. So what is BIM? BIM is a shared knowledge resource for information on a facility, forming a reliable basis for decisions during its life cycle. So from the planning and design phase all the way through demolition, decades down the road, and maintenance and repair in between. The role of BIM is to gather and link data related to the design, construction, and operation of a building to produce a comprehensive 3D model. So Revit is used by, for example, your mechanical team, your structural team, plumbing, electrical, process, etc. And generally, in Revit, all those teams work out of a central model. So here is what your work surface will look like when you open up the Revit program on your computer. At the top of the screen, you see you have your ribbon bar. And so that's where you can open up plan views, get into your visibility graphics, your user interface, etc. Here on the left is your project browser. So as you open up those different views, you can look at your 3D views, your plan views, etc., your sheets, your families. In Revit, you have to have families, or you have to create families if your company doesn't provide them for you. You can also find families out on the internet. And families would be things like office furniture, plumbing fixtures, light fixtures, etc. Then on the right hand side, you have your properties for your drawing that you have open. And again, that gets into your graphics, your view scale, your subdiscipline, etc. Your phasing. So your phasing filters and phasing, for example, a phase might be new construction, another phase might be demolition, another phase might be existing. And then here is your navigation tool. You can see the 3D cube. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the view control. Additional tools on the right-hand side. And this obviously is a 3D view of a plumbing design for a restroom. You can see the water closets, the lavatories, your drain waste, vent piping, your soil stack, your hot water lines, your cold water lines. And down in your view control, you can control if you want that view to be fine, medium, or coarse. Obviously, the finer detail you add or you want to see in your view, it might be a little bit slower. So just keep that in mind, especially if you have a lot of pipes or a lot of detail, or if it's a big model. So here's an example of a process piping model that I did a while back. You can see there's a tank, and the tank attaches to a couple of pumps, and those pumps attach to some filter housings. You can see there's some inline valves. So this is just an example of something you can make in Revit. Revit is great for, again, 3D modeling of building systems, building structure, etc. There's a lot more detail about Revit that you can find online. You can go to autodesk.com or just do a Revit search on Google or YouTube if you want to take a deeper dive into Revit. I just wanted to make this video as sort of a quick, simple explanation about Revit. If you're going to be designing just individual components, let's say, for example, you're designing your own workbench for your shop. So you can have 4 legs, a tabletop, and a shelf. Well, then Revit really might not be the appropriate program for you to use for that. You may want to use AutoCAD or Fusion 360 for that. But if you're going to be designing a 10-story building and all the plumbing and all the conduit inside that building, well, then Revit might be a really good choice for that purpose. I hope this information helps. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment for future video topics you would like me to cover. Thanks for watching.